Smooth cat.
Let's get ready to rumble.
I'm a bad man. I still got the world. I still got the world. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious.
I feel I'm the best ever. I broke everybody's record. Tell me who record I haven't broke.
Colossal Boxing Talk.
What's up, YouTube? This is Smooth Cat back with Colossal Boxing Talk today. And in this video, I'm here to do my breakdown for Saul Canelo Alvarez versus James Mandingo Warrior Kirkland. As we know, this is about that that a lot of people are looking forward to, including myself. This is a fight where you have two guys who are guaranteed to give you an all-action war. This will be brutal, very brutal. I believe a lot of people are kind of underestimating James Kirkland in this one. I'm hearing how Canelo Alvarez supposedly cherry-picked him, and Kirkland doesn't have Angulo, so he's not gonna do good. Kirkland is this, Kirkland is that. But from everything I've seen from Kirkland, Kirkland looks good. He looks extremely good and very well prepared for this fight. So I'm not gonna do what all these other people are doing in regards to this fight. They're trying to find ways to already basically throw in the towel. So I'm not gonna do that at all. My thing with this fight is, like I say, I'm looking forward to an action-packed brawl, but I'm not looking forward to. I don't think we're gonna see. Okay, I believe Canelo will be there, and he will stand in front of James Kirkland and bang with him. But Canelo's not gonna be. He's not gonna be crazy and sit there and like let Kirkland tee off on him. So in those situations where Kirkland is going to tee off, Canelo Alvarez will be out of the way. But let's get into the video. The first video I have is James Kirkland against Conyers from a few years ago. This is the beginning of the round, and here we go. This fight here, from the outset, it was let's go. As you see, this is a prime James Kirkland, and he was going at Conyers. He had, like I say, with very bad intentions. Conyers was doing a good job of blocking and landing some of his own power shots. The thing with this fight here, if one of these guys would have moved their head, they would have had the other one. But as you see, James Kirkland, he gets over aggressive and he can be dropped, as he was just dropped there by Conyers. But his pressure is so relenting. He's always coming forward, and even after you hurt him, it's like he recuperates well, even though he was hurt again by another shot from Conyers. But as we know, Conyers is a huge puncher. So this to be one round, this fight here, and this Conyers versus Kirkland fight is really one of the better fights I've seen. To only be one round, this was a very exciting fight. If it was a way to guarantee that those guys could at least win 5 rounds, I believe that fight could have been a fight of the year candidate. But as you see, once Kirkland smells blood, he comes in for the attack, and he throws so many punches. He throws maybe, and I think I think the most I've seen him throwing around was maybe like 130, 140 some punches in one round. And he has power. So he's not just hitting you with like light shots. He's hitting you with like potential life-changing shots. As you see now, Conyers tired and he's like on the move, but Kirkland has him hurt. He's, like I say, he's like a shark. When he smells blood, he goes in for the kill. And he's very aggressive. Conyers still landing big shots, but as you see, those shots aren't having the same effect that they once were earlier on in this fight. But now, like I say, Kirkland is looking for the finish, and there he is. He hurts Conyers again, lands a nice combination. Conyers trying to tie up. Kirkland also does a well job of getting out of tie-ups. He doesn't get tied up too often. Occasionally, a guy will be able to tie him up, but as you see now, he is really unloading on Conyers, and he has Conyers basically almost out on his feet, and constantly landing combinations. The ref, Conyers is badly hurt. Down he goes, and the referee waves that fight off. So, like I said, that was a great performance from James Kirkland. I was thoroughly impressed with him with that one, because he dealt with adversity, and he responded well, and he did what any solid fighter would do in that situation. He found the way to win a fight that wasn't going his way, and he made the fight go his way. So, with that said, but I'm getting ready to get into. This is Josecito Lopez versus Canelo Alvarez, and this fight, I used this fight because I was actually trying to find somewhat of an offensive fighter and reminiscence to Kirkland, but it's outside of Angulo, who I've also show those fights, but outside of Angulo, Canelo doesn't really have a guy who brought the same type of attitude and aggressiveness as James Kirkland did. But as we know, Josecito Lopez, he was the smaller man, but he gave all he could give against the bigger guy, and Canelo Alvarez was able to there he is showcasing his intelligence. He takes a step back after Josecito Lopez throws a shot, counters him, then counters again. Canelo Alvarez, like I said, he's an underrated, intelligent fighter. A lot of people, they don't too much acknowledge it about him, but he's very intelligent. His feints are just they're top notch, because he sits there. It's the way he does it. He throws a feint so viciously that you actually think he's gonna come with a punch, and you end up opening yourself up for another shot from him, because you were so busy worried about that first feint. But okay, this is a bit of the stop where Canelo landed a low blow, and Joe Cortez is giving Josecito Lopez time to recover in this fourth round here of this fight. But like I say, overall, this is just Canelo Alvarez. He like I say, he's a fighter. He adapts very well in the ring. The only fight I can truly say he really didn't have an answer for was Floyd Mayweather, and who really does have an answer for Floyd Mayweather? But on another note, they're still showing the replays of what just happened with the low blow. So now they're back in action. But as you see, Canelo, he's not your prototypical Mexican fighter. From what I hear from a lot of people, Canelo Alvarez, he's like I say, he's very highly skilled. He's intelligent, has good defense when he wants to use it. And he showcased in the Austin Trout fight that he has good head movement, good like I say, good counter punching. He knows how to very intelligent with his feints as well. So overall, this fight with Kirkland, Canelo Alvarez has so many ways he can attack. There goes a 10-punch combination that puts Josecito Lopez down. But in the case with James Kirkland, he wants to get off combinations like that, But the thing is, he does have to be careful because Kirkland does have power in his punches. But from what I've seen thus far, Canelo Alvarez does have a solid chin. So, like I say, I mean, in that regards, I do believe if Kirkland is able to hurt him, that I do think that will be, like I say, a helping hand for him in this fight. I really do. And the next fight I'm going to get into is James Kirkland versus Alfredo El Perro Angulo. And in this fight, this was when Kirkland was starting to turn the tide. And as you see, what was unusual about the beginning of this third round, you rarely see Alfredo Angulo boxing. But as you see now, Alfredo Angulo he was boxing, and he still was landing hard shots. But as I mentioned, it's like once James Kirkland tastes your best shot, it's like right afterwards he comes right back. It's like he gets rejuvenated from getting hurt almost, if that makes any sense. But this is the third round of Angulo and Kirkland, and okay, so now basically Angulo is tying up, trying to catch a breather, switching to southpaw to see if that helps him out in this fight against Kirkland. But what he doesn't realize is Kirkland has turned the whole momentum of this fight by this time, and you see him landing these little short shots. But if you notice something, they don't look hard. But every time he lands a punch, you see Angulo's head shaking. So you know they have some force and velocity behind them. But as you see, he landed combination still. And Angulo, like I say, it was a great fight. But this is how Kirkland, he imposes his will on you by constant pressure. Powerful punches. And he cuts the ring off pretty well, and he gets you up against the ropes, and then he unloads. He begins to unload on you, and the thing is, a lot of guys you use up a lot of energy against James Kirkland trying to get him off you, or either have him, or like you say, trying to fight him off because he's sitting there. It's like, the more the fight goes on, the stronger he gets. But it's like the longer the fights go on, when you're going against him, it's like you're getting exhausted, you're getting wore out, and next thing you know, it's like you're like, oh, okay, wow, this guy, he keeps coming, and that constant pressure. I mean, it's known for bursting pipes, because I mean that has to be a very scary feeling. You're sitting in there, you're throwing your best shots at a guy, and you were able to hurt him. But now you're hitting them with these shots even more clean, and they're not hurting anymore. But everything he's hitting you with is hurting everything. And how you can tell Angulo was getting hurt, because as you see, Angulo began boxing, and at this stage of his career, he really wasn't good or a favorable boxer at all. But that's the end of that round. But like I say, James Kirkland pressure is something. It will be interesting to see how Canelo Alvarez deals with his pressure, because as we know, like I say, James Kirkland, he comes with it, and he doesn't play any games. So Canelo Alvarez definitely has to be ready for this one. But this will be the last fight I'm getting ready to show here. This is going to be the very first round of Canelo Alvarez versus Alfredo Angulo, and we're on the way. Okay, but what you're seeing here, Canelo Alvarez comes out early and lands a hard left hook and then a hard right hand. The thing with what Canelo Alvarez does against fighters, against super aggressive fighters who come forward and they like to bang, they like to the brawlers. What he likes to do, he likes to take the momentum out of them early. And in this fight, I believe he had Alfredo Angulo doubting himself from the very first left hook he landed in the entire fight. So from then on, it was just Canelo Alvarez landing the type of shots he wants. He was in the range that he needed to be in to land those shots. As you see, he just hurt Angulo with a nice left hook to the body and throwing right hooks to the body. In this fight, this was his first fight coming off of his loss to Floyd Mayweather. And Canelo Alvarez showcased to everybody that loss didn't deter him. It made him mentally stronger, and it actually, in my opinion, helped him get through the fight after this against another slick boxer in Arizlan De Lara. But back to this fight, as you see, Canelo Alvarez, he constantly got his guard up, and he's on the attack. And what Angulo's doing, Angulo's throwing jabs, boxing yet again. But as I mentioned, when you can put a fighter like Alfredo Angulo on his in defensive mode, I mean, that's a huge win there, because that's not his cup of tea or in his forte at all. So you're definitely doing something well when you have Alfredo Angulo becoming a defensive minded fighter. Ooh, nice right hand from Canelo. But as you see, Canelo Alvarez putting his punches together well. He's giving Angulo all type of looks. So Angulo is like, okay, he's gonna hit me with this hand. Then he comes and hit him with the left. Those feints, as I mentioned, those feints really do a number against guys, because Canelo Alvarez, he puts those feints together so well with the way he attacks, and it truly just, it befuddles his opponents in a way that I believe it will give James Kirkland trouble as well this weekend. And we're coming up on the end of this round, and that's it. So Canelo Alvarez versus James Kirkland. This is, like I say, this fight is gonna be a bit of a war of attrition, but I'm not gonna keep this too much longer. I have Canelo Alvarez winning this fight by a 7th round TKO. I feel that this fight is gonna get exciting. I feel Kirkland is gonna come in with a good game plan, the good work rate that he always have, and he's gonna put Canelo Alvarez in some positions where Canelo Alvarez isn't used to being in. But I believe Canelo will adapt well and end up getting his hand raised at the end by stopping a very game tough James Kirkland by 7th round TKO. But thank you guys for tuning into my video. Hopefully you guys hit that like button for me. Leave your comments in the comment section below. I'll get back to you at my earliest convenience. Hit the subscribe button for Colossal Boxing Talk. We appreciate the love and support. We recently were able to get back our old Colossal Boxing Talk page. So you can go to Facebook and like our Colossal Boxing Talk page. Go to Twitter and Instagram and follow us at Colossal CBT. I am Smooth Cat, and I'm out.
CBT, CBT, CBT. Yeah, we know we knock 'em down.